You know, the publishing company is an interesting business to be in. There's always something new happening. There's always new ways you can communicate. It's an idea business, and ideas are exciting. And the people who come up with the good ideas and know how to develop them and put them across, they can do very well in this business. Magazines they develop the credibility, the bond with the reader. And you can only develop that bond if you know the market and the people in it very intimately. That you know the business and you're emotionally involved in the business. You have to be emotionally involved in the business. You can't do this through logic. You have to love this business, the market, the people in it. And with that background through the magazine, now you can go another. You can do videos. You can do online. The sky's the limit, and you can really do a good job for them. At the same time, developing your own dreams. I love that dream idea. You know, dreams are what make us function and make us go, and we can do that. It's terrific. Well, you know, in those days it was existence. It was getting some food on the table. That was in the Great Depression. Money was very, very tight. The banks closed. It was a tough time, but it drew people together, and I think he wanted American Fruit Grower as the magazine he liked because it was in agriculture, and the demand for food is there every day, every hour. He realized that, and that's why he wanted to be in agriculture with American Fruit Grower, and then we took it from there, and we're still more or less specialized in agriculture. We haven't gone into other fields like tires or automobiles or anything like that. We've stayed in agriculture, and I think that's been a good thing. And there are lots of opportunities now. We have 15 titles, but there's so much happening now, and we've got to be careful, as somebody said, that we don't sleep through these revolutions. You know, there's the great things happening in the vegetable industry. There are great things happening in the fruit industry, in cotton and in corn and soybeans, and as publishers, we've got to latch on to these trends and build our magazines around them. We can't just sit back and think we've done it all. No way. No way, Jose. Well, it's a wonderful line, you know, because an editor has to educate, but he also has to feed the dreams of his audience, and that will keep him aware of the new things coming along. That's a wonderful way to put it. Too many editors are too concerned with the day-to-day, and they don't see beyond that, and they don't. Editors have to put things in context in terms of what's happening. Where are we in terms of what's happening? That's a big, big job. There are not many people who can do that. We started this in 1966, and we've built up quite a experience and a lot of resources around the world. We've learned how to deal with people in different countries and different customs. We really know how to do that. We had bought Cotton International 1965, and that involved a trip around the world to see our various agents and to get the editorial from the various countries, because the magazine has sections for different countries in it. And to get the editorial and to sign up the advertising and find who and get new names and addresses for readership. And so we started off on that in 1966, and it was an experience, believe me. You talk about babes in the woods. We were babes in the woods, but off we went on TWA, and we went to some. We were gone about 2 months, and we plunged into it. It's just like jumping into a swimming pool and hoping you can swim. Well, we learned how to swim, but we were wiser and more experienced when we got done, believe me. But we did it, and we made a lot of friends. And I did it. My daughter just graduated from college, and so as a graduation present, I took her with me, and this was a good thing. Families mean a lot in other countries around the world, and the fact that I brought my daughter with me at 22 years old was a big thing, and a lot of people entertained us, and they liked that fact that we came, the two of us, and it opened doors, and we made a lot of friends, and made a lot of friendships which exist to this day, which is the way you have to do it. Well, in the production, it's new technology. It's the technology, which is so much more advanced now than it was then, and much more complicated, much more difficult. And people have to be better educated. They need more information. They need a whole lot more information now than they did then, and that's why these magazines, I think, are more important now than ever before. Well, my father, he believed in doing things well, not to dominate, but just as a way of life. If you do something, study it, immerse yourself in it, and complete it in a very professional way. That meant a whole lot to him, and he taught us to do that. Drove us nutty on that sort of thing. But we learned, and we were determined to be the best, especially in competition with other magazines. I think that was important. We went after these other magazines as hard as we could, and tooth and nail, boy. We enjoyed a fight, and we would lose. We would win, but we mixed it up, and I think that attitude is important. If we lost some good circulation, or if we lost some pages, 4 colors, I tell you, we didn't sleep at night. We came back the next day and had to figure out how to do it, and it had to be done, and we wouldn't accept no for an answer. I think that's, of course, it's easy for me to say that because we had to do it. To put food on the table, for goodness sakes, but back in those early days. But even today, you need that winning confidence to progress in business. You really do. I'll never forget one time talking about door to door. My brother and I were at the New York State Hort meeting, which we went to every year, and we decided to go into Western New York and sell some subscriptions. And he took one long road. It must have been about 3 up near Lockport, New York. There must have been about 20 fruit growers on this road, 20 fruit farms, good size. He took this road. I took the next one. And we had a bet. And the guy who sold the most subscriptions would win $20. So he took his road. We both had our own cars. I took my road. After 2 hours, we met at the end. He said, "How many subscriptions did you sell?" And the subscriptions were only, I think, $3 a year. Well, I sold maybe 4. I didn't think that was too bad. I said, "How much did you sell?" I sold 15. 15! I said, "How could you do that?" And he opened up the back of his car. He had all these apples in there. He had traded subscriptions for apples. So He was a salesman, that guy. So he sold 15, I sold 3, I owed him $20. I think the big thing is we're in a marvelous position in this company. This company is set for growth, and I think a big part of it is you guys coming in with clear windows. That puts a whole new ability, a whole new resource, opens up new opportunities. I'm very, very pleased with that, and I think that exciting things are happening now, and exciting things will continue to happen.